Before the next dawn of light pierces the lands of Kosmora, a new legend calls, one wrapped in ancient spirit energy, haunted by loss, ablaze with the promise of transformation. 5 years have passed since Kena first braved the shadows and corruption of the mountain shrine, and the world she returns to is far more than a battleground of the living and the dead. Now, green spirit energy surges throughout the land, fox spirits flicker like jade lightning across the wilds, and forbidden alchemy stirs, beckoning the worthy and the desperate alike. This will be no mere journey for lost souls. This will be a crucible of renewal and peril, where every scar holds a secret and every echo of folklore becomes a force in the struggle between healing and chaos. In the land of Kosmora, what appears to be influences of East and West entwine, and Kena must master not only the elemental powers within, but the darkness that threatens to consume her from without. I'm Vigil, and this is Video Game Lore. Join me as we dive deep into the Kena Scars of Kosmora reveal trailer, unraveling the symbols, secrets, and shadowed portents of the next chapter in Kena's story. The spirit world awakens anew, and the path ahead is paved in both wonder and danger. From the first glimpses, it's clear that time has not stood still for Kena. 5 years have passed since her last journey, and now, in her early 20s, she walks the world as a far more seasoned and renowned spirit guide. Her name carries weight, her legend has grown, yet some wounds linger. As she rubs her hand, the scars where her spirit energy once surged through her veins are still visible. Subtle reminders that the mysteries of her own power and the cost she once paid may yet play a crucial role in the story that follows. Her new journey begins at the edge of a new land. Kena steps off a battered dock, delivered to the shore by an old boatman. She pulls back her hood, her eyes scanning the dilapidated building before her, a structure slumped with age and memory. As she enters, the air thick with dust and secrets, a man's voice greets her, not the whisper of a ghost, but the steady timbre of the living. He recognizes Kena immediately as a spirit guide, telling her that it has been a long time since one like her has set foot in Kosmora. We see the man, a figure with spectacles and clothing that echoes the Asian-inspired artistry of the region and the previous game. His surroundings lined with shelves brimming with ancient books, the chamber feels like a library, a sanctuary of lore and memory. He may serve as Kosmora's historian, the keeper of its legends and wounds, and perhaps as Kena's guide through the mysteries of this new frontier. He tells her with quiet relief that he is glad she has come. The scene shifts. Kena bends to pick up an old relic, its surface worn by countless hands, lying forgotten on a wooden floor. The air shimmers, and suddenly Kena finds herself watching a swirl of green spirit energy coalesce before her eyes. At its heart, a fox-like shape begins to form, graceful, ethereal, and alive with the magic of the unknown. The vision breaks, and now a small fox, and possibly cube, emerges from a crystalline opening. The space is ringed with glowing green crystals, as if the fox spirit has birthed them into the world. Perched atop the fox's head are two wooden antlers tipped with tiny, luminous green stones. Kena moves to approach the fox, her hand outstretched and her spirit gentle. The fox recoils, skittish and wary, but suddenly its ears twitch. It pauses, as if catching some sound or call that only it can hear. Before Kena can reach it, the scene changes again. Now, Kena stands before a monolithic stone temple, its presence both imposing and sacred. The man with the glasses continues to narrate, explaining that the temple has been sealed for generations. We watch as Kena steps across its threshold, the fox spirit trailing close behind her. In the shadows above the entryway, a massive carving of a fox's head watches over them. Silent guardian, or ancient warning, they may be connected to the small spirit creature. Inside, the man's voice narrates that a powerful, ancient corruption has been locked within these walls, along with the secrets of a forgotten art. Kena channels her spirit energy into two large suspended blue crystals. As they come to life, ethereal images of the trees shimmer in the air, spectral memories woven from light and magic. This display seems tied to a new ability Kena wields, the power to peer into the past that we'll see again later. As the man utters the words "forgotten practice," the scene flashes to a gloved hand, its leather etched with arcane symbols, each fingertip crowned with a green crystal claw. Green spirit energy swirls around the outstretched palm, an omen of power, a hint at an ancient mystery now lost to time. Without warning, Kena finds herself face to face with a new adversary, a figure approaching the deliberate calm. The stranger carries the spirit guide staff, crowned not by blue, but a great, radiant green crystal. Their face is hidden behind a carved wooden fox mask, brimming with menace and mystery. The two spirit guides clash. Kena unleashes a spirit arrow, but her opponent catches the energy, twisting it into a green light before hurling it back at her. The masked figure lunges, pinning Kana with her staff and hoisting her off the ground by the throat, eyes blazing with green spirit energy. In a heartbeat, the masked adversary turns, fixing Kana with a stare that promises both revelation and ruin. Their form encircled by swirling green spirit energy. Suddenly, a monstrous corrupted beast swoops from the darkness behind the foe, diving toward Kana with savage speed. Before she can react, Kana's staff shatters in half, and the force of the blast hurls her across the temple floor, casting her into uncertainty and shadow. The scene changes once more, revealing Kana's shattered staff, suspended in a swirl of green spirit energy, hovering above an arcane table inside the very building where she had earlier spoken with the man with glasses. He explains, his voice tingled with reverence for the lost arts, that spirit guides once wielded alchemy to purge the land of corruption. As Kana reaches for her staff, she reaches for a golden device at its center, its ends tipped with the same green crystals, sharp as claws, that now pulse with hidden potential. The man tells her that she too may learn this ancient power. Instantly, the device comes alive, drawing the broken halves of the staff together and infusing it with the swirling green spirit energy, a forgotten discipline now reborn, known as spirit alchemy. In the next scene, the world expands. We are shown a breathtaking, sprawling landscape, sunlit pouring over a wide valley. Kana, transformed by her new mastery, now rides atop the fox spirit, which has grown much larger, majestic, and wild beneath her. The vastness of the valley, with a distant village nestled in its embrace, hints that this new chapter will unfold in a world even more open and alive than anything before. Night falls, and Kana is again astride the fox, moving slowly through the village aglow with lanterns, where the people live in harmony with nature rather than dominating it. The buildings rise among the plant life, their forms shaped by the land rather than imposed upon it. For the first time, Kana walks among living villagers, not just restless spirits, suggesting that her journey will cross the boundaries between the worlds of the living and the dead. The journey continues, and we see Kana riding her fox through a snow-laden village. The architecture is striking. Some of the structures echo the long, timbered halls of Norse tradition, with subtle Asian influences. This diversity hints at the unique cultures scattered across Kosmora, each with its own secrets and scars. The scene changes again as battle returns. Kana is seen leaping onto the head of a corrupted creature, marking her foes with a green light, much like the blue marker she once used in the first game, but now pulsing with the power of spirit alchemy. Her hand glows, shaping the same spectral pattern as the mysterious hand glimpsed in the sealed temple. She conjures a massive green alchemical crystal and drops it onto her enemy, crushing it beneath its weight. In a surge of energy, the fox spirit is summoned to attack the crystal, unleashing a wave that increases nearby creatures into the same green crystals, freezing them in place. No longer is Kana limited to fighting on foot. She seamlessly rides the fox spirit into battle, darting between corrupted monsters as a towering beast unleashes a torrent of corruption in a devastating area attack. The scene now turns to Kana in quiet focus, holding the relic she found earlier in the trailer. She closes her eyes, steadying her breath, and grasps her spirit crystal, much like the charm she wore in her first journey. As she exhales, the object begins to glow, rising gently into the air. With a voice clear and wise, Kana speaks, "Fear will bind you, gripping to a present that must pass." Her words echo as the vision reveals a small blue-haired girl clinging to an older woman, perhaps a mother or sister, as the child weeps. Blue spirit energy swirls around them, and the girl's gaze turns to meet Kana's across the divide. This moment, intimate and mournful, hints at Kana's evolution. Her spirit energy now allows her to witness echoes of the past, a gift akin to psychometry or a force echo from Star Wars. This new ability will surely help her solve the mysteries of Kosmora, unravel puzzles, and guide the lost through the maze of memory and sorrow. The scene changes, revealing more of the twisted, corrupted monsters that will stand in Kana's way, finding in a domain reminiscent of the sealed stone temple glimpsed before. As she faces the looming threats, we hear Kana's voice, calm and resolute. "Regret will bind you." In the next moment, she is seen helping a young man to his feet. Their faces light up with smiles as she embraces him. Her voice, soft but unwavering, continues, "Longing for the past you cannot change." This young man appears to be someone Kana has met on her journey, a person she has aided in overcoming loss or grief, or perhaps a new companion whose bond has helped Kana herself to heal. The journey grows more perilous. Soon, Kana stands before a mighty guardian, a sentinel infused with spirit alchemy. The automaton gleams with golden armor, its form echoing that of an ancient champion, powered by the swirling emerald flames of spirit alchemy. The guardian swings its massive weapon, and Kena, quick as ever, darts away, employing her signature double jump before drawing her spirit bow. With focused skill, she fires an arrow that strikes the guardian's chest, detonating the emblem with a burst of energy. The guardian, undeterred, retaliates, unleashing a devastating beam of spirit alchemy as Kena sprints, narrowly evading its wrath. The scene shifts again, plunging beneath the surface to show Kena swimming with frantic determination. She holds her breath as she pieces together another relic, one akin to the artifact she used to glimpse the past earlier in the trailer. As she works, her voice returns, gentle and wise. Love will bind you. The water shimmers with memory as she pushes onward, reaching for her staff and whispering, yearning for a future you will not see. Before she can grasp her staff, the scene changes again. Chaos erupts. A colossal corrupted beetle bursts from the earth, attacking a blue-haired woman. If one looks closely, the woman's blue hair hints that she may be one of the spirits or a relative of those Kena saw in her vision from the relic. The scene flashes to Kena fleeing from the monstrous beetle, seeking her opening. She channels spirit alchemy into an arrow, firing it with practiced grace. Then, she charges her staff, transforming it into a living weapon woven from branches and leaves. With a thunderous blow, she strikes the beetle, echoing the power of the wrought hammer from her previous journey. The attack knocks a chunk from beneath the beast, revealing its vulnerable core. Blue spirit energy courses through Kena's staff as she fires a final arrow into the exposed weak spot, shattering the corruption and purifying the land. As the dust settles, the title appears, a promise of new adventures. A small green creature chirps and grins, radiating hope, while Kena's voice, serene and compassionate, offers her final blessing. Unbound may you depart in peace. This tiny creature may also be connected to the fox spirit, or other small spirit creatures that may help or be a part of helping the fox grow to its large sizes and abilities. Within the trailer of Kena, Scars of Kosmora, the story's hearts beat with the pulse of green spiritual energy, alchemy woven into every breath, every transformation, and every spirit creature that prowls the liminal wilds. Here, the fox emerges as a central figure, both guide and mystery. The world itself is still steeped in Asian aesthetic and mythic undertones, and by looking at those ancient traditions, we can begin to unravel what these symbols might mean for Kena's journey ahead. In the spiritual and philosophical currents of East Asia, green energy and foxes are not mere decoration. They are living emblems of vitality, metamorphosis, and the razor's edge between creation and consumption. Green, in these traditions, is not just a color, but the very manifestation of living chi, the surging, upward rising force of spring, the element of wood, the unstoppable growth that flows winter's sleep, and the healing tide that circulates life through the body and world alike. It is the color of new grass piercing stone, the liver holding and then releasing old wounds, the raw, primordial vitality. Yuan Qi, that Taoist alchemists seek to awaken and perfect. In Neidan, the internal alchemy of Taoist sages, green light is a vision seen at the crucial moment when dormant yang stirs within yin. The immortal sprout, or golden embryo, is born. This signals not only the balancing of vital energies and the release of ancient sorrows, but the soul's upward surge toward clarity, wholeness, and even immortality. Where green energy lingers in a shimmering aura, in the flicker of foxfire, or in the breath of sacred landscapes, it is a sign of robust health, heart-centered renewal, rapid growth, and the living breath of nature itself. Foxes, known as Hulijing in China, Kitsune in Japan, and Kumio in Korea, are the living avatars of this green-tinged spiritual force. These are not mere beasts, but shapeshifters, spirit cultivators, and alchemical wanderers. They draw yin from the moon's gentle touch, and yang from the essence of humankind, refining their own spirit elixir through centuries of discipline and cunning, until they sprout new tales and approach a kind of divinity. Foxes who follow the path of beneficence radiate a gentle jade or emerald glow. They are messengers and protectors, guardians of bounty, and guides through liminal realms, spirit bridges between mortals and the heavens. Their green fire signifies not only harmony and cultivated chi, but the very bridge between the ordinary and the extraordinary, the mortal and the celestial. In many legends, the great nine-tailed foxes are said to dwell in green hills, so lush with life force that their presence is marked by flickering emerald foxfire, illuminating hidden wisdom for any who are worthy to witness it. Yet this same green energy is double-edged, holding a perilous allure. When foxes stray from balance, When hunger and cunning outweigh discipline and wisdom, their green fire becomes a lure, a seductive illusion that draws victims to their doom. Emerald flames can tempt with beauty, but conceal predation, draining the life essence of others to fuel their own ascent. This is the shadow side of wood, rampant growth that suffocates, ambition that consumes, desire that twists the path of the alchemist into something monstrous. The kumyo in particular is a master of this predatory devouring, reborn, its vitality cycling through seduction and destruction rather than harmony and healing. In every tradition, green spirit energy and foxes are mirrors of the transformative journey that all inner alchemists seek to refine, to harness the tide of life without being swept away by it, to guide and heal rather than consume, to walk the knife's edge between animal instinct and divine potential. In Kana's new adventure, green is no mere ornament. It is the very pulse of renewal and risk, blossoming or chaos held in every breath. The fox, with its beauty, wisdom, and danger, stands as her guide and her warning. True spirit power is as likely to nurture as it is to destroy, and the choice lies in the courage and clarity of the one who wields it. How does this intricate tapestry of symbols, myth, and spiritual energy shape the elements of Kana's new odyssey? From what the trailer reveals, Scars of Kosmora is not merely a continuation, it is an evolution, a forging of East Asian spiritual motifs into the very marrow of Kana's journey. Her green spirit energy, the living chi of spring, wood, and foxes, those liminal shape-shifting cultivators, are not just narrative flourishes, but the very core of the game's new alchemy system, fusing folklore and gameplay into a seamless ritual of transformation and survival. Kana, now matured into a seasoned and respected spirit guide, is still scarred by a mysterious affliction, a scar of spirit energy pulsing beneath her skin, perhaps the lingering corruption of her first quest. Driven by pain and purpose, she arrives on the vibrant, culturally woven land of Kosmora. Her path is shattered in an instant when a formidable spirit destroys her staff, severing her from the world of spirits and stripping away her most vital link to life and power. Forced to improvise, Kana is drawn into the forbidden and forgotten arts of Kosmora, a dangerous alchemy echoing Taoist Neidan, the ancient practice of harnessing and refining elemental chi. This spirit alchemy, as glimpsed in the trailer, is the wood phase in motion, the green surge of Yan Qi, the deep renewal that comes from confronting darkness, and the awakening of Yang within the heart of Yin. These themes are not mere metaphors. Kana's staff now glows with vibrant green, summoning emerald crystals and channeling the unstoppable force of regenerative growth against the encroaching tide of red-black decay. At the heart of this new power is the Green Fox Companion, a majestic, rideable spirit whose glowing tail invokes the legendary Kitsune of Japan and Huli Jing of China, foxes who walk the boundary between worlds, messengers of fortune, prosperity, and liminal wisdom. The fox, at first a wary pup, becomes Kana's closest ally, evolving into a mighty mount as their bond deepens. Its presence unlocks new dimensions of movement and battle, possibly leaping gaps, summoning green energy blasts, and solving ancient puzzles with the vitality only wood can provide. In ancient tales, such foxes grew new tails as they refined their essence. So too may Kana's fox, suggesting a pantheon of elemental spirits whose powers and personalities will be central to Kosmora's mysteries. The gameplay itself becomes a living allegory of alchemical transformation. Through spirit alchemy, Kana refines raw elemental energies into elixirs, empowering her with new strategies, parries, and ways to infuse her attacks with nature's breath. Yet, as in all true journeys of refinement, this green energy is double-edged. Kosmora's history is riddled with dangers of unchecked growth, overreaching vitality, and the temptation to consume rather than heal. As Kana uncovers corrupted locked temples and fractured spirits, she risks straying down the Kumyo's path, seduced by power, at risk of becoming a devouring force herself, rather than the benevolent guide she strives to be. The green foxfire is never just a light in the darkness. It is a test, a compass, a warning. Kana's mastery of spirit alchemy is not simply about power, but about harmony, the discipline of nurture, not overgrow, to guide, not exploit, to balance the urge for renewal with the wisdom to avoid chaos. With other elemental companions teased but not yet revealed, the stage is set for a story as much about inner cultivation as outer victory, where every new tale, every spirit bond, and every triumph over corruption brings Kana closer to the ultimate test of what it means to be a true spirit. The central antagonist that shattered her staff in the ancient temple appears to be another corrupted spirit like Toshi from Kana Bridge of Spirits, but a former spirit guide with immense power over spirit alchemy. This game will be coming out in 2026 for PS5 and PC. Scars of Kosmora appears to be promising to turn Kana's path into a living Nadon. A journey where the mastery of green fox-guided chi is the key not only to her healing, but to the healing of a world perched on a knife's edge between blossoming and ruin. In this world, vitality is both blessing and danger, and only those who can harness its dual nature will ascend from wounded novice to enlightened guide. The mysteries of Kosmora are only beginning to unfold. Its green fires, spectral foxes, and hidden scars promising a journey unlike any Kana has faced before. As spirit alchemy awakens and old legends rise to shape her destiny, the line between creation and corruption will be redrawn with every step she takes. But this is only the threshold. When Kana, Scars of Kosmora launches, I'll be streaming the adventure live, unraveling every secret, breaking down every theory, and plunging headlong into the heart of the game's lore with you, step by step. If you need to catch up on the world's haunting history, the origins of the rot, or the Spirit Guide's legacy, check out my complete Kana Bridge of Spirits lore video playlist, your gateway to every hidden truth and echoing mystery. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to join me, Vigil from Video Game Lore, as we prepare to cross the veil. Comment down below and tell me what you're looking forward to the most, and what your own theories are. I'd love to hear them. The spirit world stirs, the next chapter is almost here, and I'll see you on the other side.